Hello my dear students, welcome back to chemistry class beta. In the last class, part 2 video class, we have discussed about the nomenclature of crown and cyclic ethers, and one more topic, structure of ether, and one more is nothing but isomerism in ethers. So topics we have finished in part 2 video class. Now in this part 3 video class, I am going to discuss about the preparations of ethers. So for the preparation of ethers, mainly we have 4 methods. First 3 methods I am going to be finished in this class. Remaining last method, 4th method, very important method, Williamson's ether synthesis. That 4th method we are going to be discussing tomorrow's class. But now in the remaining 3 methods, one of the method is dehydration of alcohols. Dehydration of alcohols. First of all, I am going to give you the statement. Okay, what is the starting material? Alcohols. Alcohols undergo dehydration. Sir, what do you mean by dehydration? Dehydration means removal of water molecule. For the purpose of dehydration, we have to be use concentrated sulfuric acid. So we can say that alcohols on heating with concentrated sulfuric acid, alcohols on heating with concentrated sulfuric acid at the temperature is 140 degrees Celsius. 140 degrees Celsius. And also we can use the temperature 413 Kelvin. Any one respective temperature you can use. 140 plus 273 we can convert into 413 Kelvin. And also we can say that instead of concentrated sulfuric acid, here we can add one more reagent dehydration point of view, that is nothing but alumina. What is the formula of alumina? Al2O3 at the temperature is 250 degrees Celsius, and also we can say that 523 Kelvin. In some textbook the given temperature range is 250 to 260 be diye beta, try to be remember. Okay, once again I am going to be repeat. So you can remember degree Celsius and also you can write here Kelvin temperature, anyone as you wish, both are same. Finally here you are getting the product is nothing but what beta? Ether. Once again statement for you. Alcohols on heating with concentrated sulfuric acid at 413 Kelvin gives ether. And also you can write alcohols on heating with alumina at 523 Kelvin gives ethers. This is a simple statement you can write. Good. So now on the basis of statement, now I am going to give you one reaction. Alcohols, what is the general formula? ROH, general formula of alcohols. Alcohols upon heating with concentrated sulfuric acid, otherwise on heating with alumina, but in case of H2SO4 temperature must be fixed, because of temperature goes to be plays an important role in deciding the nature of product beta. So we have to be say that here the expected product is nothing but ether, ROR. Here respected R groups are 2 and here only one group. So here we have to be consider 2 moles of ROH. Nothing but it is known as alcohol. ROR. So the product name is nothing but what beta? Ether. Okay, upon heating with concentrated H2SO4, the purpose is nothing but elimination of water molecule, nothing but the dehydration will be occur, that is nothing but H2. Okay, beta? And try to remember in this reaction we have to be consider excess of alcohol. Okay, no problem. वो इतना important condition नहीं हो सकता. Listen carefully. So alcohols on heating with concentrated sulfuric acid at 140 degrees Celsius, and also we can write here at 413 Kelvin gives ethers. Statement okay beta? For the statement the reaction was over. Now I want to write you example. That example was very important. For that example, in theory board paper they are going to ask you 3 mark question. That is nothing but in place of alcohol we have to be take ethyl alcohol. And here we are getting diethyl ether. So conversion of ethanol to ether, or we can say dehydration of ethanol to ether. That mechanism they are going to ask you in final board paper, very important. 3 steps will be there, 3 marks better. Okay, shall I continue that? Okay. So first of all here I am going to show you the reaction. For that reaction mechanism. So here I am going to be consider example. Which topic? Dehydration. Which compound undergo dehydration? Alcohol. Which alcohol? I am saying ethyl alcohol, or we can say ethanol. Dehydration of ethanol to, here you are getting what beta? Ether, or we can say diethyl ether. So dehydration of ethanol to ether, again same thing for that also. I am going to give you the reaction first of all. Ethanol or ethyl alcohol, what is the formula? CH3 bond CH2, CH2 bonded to OH. Otherwise simply you can write C2H5OH. इसमें कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा बेटा. So here I am going to be consider that 2 moles of ethyl alcohol, and also we can say that ethanol. As per which point of view? Undergo heating with concentrated sulfuric acid. Upon heating with concentrated what beta? Sulfuric acid, and reaction goes to be takes place at 413 Kelvin, or we can say 140 degrees Celsius. It going to be form the ether. In place of R we have to be write ethyl. How many ethyl groups are there? 2 ethyl groups are there. So CH3 CH2O, again bonded to CH2 and CH3. 2 ethyl groups. Yes, I have written here. After the loss of which molecule? Water molecule, because of dehydration we are doing here. So the product is nothing but what beta? Diethyl ether. The product name is nothing but diethyl ether. So once again statement I am going to be repeat here. Ethanol on heating with concentrated H2SO4 at 413 Kelvin, or on heating with alumina at 523 Kelvin gives diethyl ether. Like that statement you have to be right here, and further this reaction we have to be proceed. Samjhe clearly? Good. Now listen carefully here. I want to give you, so for this we are going to read the mechanism. Before going to read the mechanism, try to write one important point. Dehydration of ethanol to ether. Dehydration of ethanol to ether. It is a nucleophilic substitution reaction. Which type of reaction? Nucleophilic substitution reaction. Which type of nucleophilic substitution reaction? It is a bimolecular nucleophilic substitution reaction. Bimolecular nucleophilic substitution reaction. That means simple ethers you are going to be get here. Okay, right. So for this reaction I am going to tell you the mechanism better. Mechanism of, what is the concept better? Dehydration. Mechanism of dehydration of reactant is ethanol and product is nothing but ether. So mechanism of dehydration of ethanol to what beta? Ether. This mechanism we are going to be do. Mechanism of dehydration of ethanol to ether. Yes, it is very important for how many marks beta? 3 marks. Let me explain about the mechanism beta. Dehydration of ethanol to ether. Reaction goes to be takes place in presence of acid. The acid is nothing but concentrated water and a sulfuric acid. Concentrated sulfuric acid. So we can say such H2SO4 going to be act as catalyst. That's why we have to be say that this reaction is known as acid catalyzed dehydration mechanism. Acid catalyzed dehydration mechanism, because of ethanol to ether undergo dehydration. Such dehydration goes to be carried out in presence of sulfuric acid, which is going to be act as catalyst. That's why we are saying acid catalyzed dehydration. And one more thing, dehydration of ethanol to ethane, I have told you here, it follows the mechanism that is nothing but SN2 reaction. What is mean by SN2 reaction? Means bimolecular nucleophilic substitution reaction. Means in this reaction 2 molecules are responsible to determine the rate. Rate or speed depends on 2 molecules. One is alkyl halide, one is nothing but substrate, one more is nothing but nucleophile. I will tell you here, don't worry, I will show you in mechanism. Okay, so mechanism is nothing but acid catalyzed mechanism, and it follows which reaction? Bimolecular nucleophilic substitution reaction. And it goes to be completed in how many steps? 3 steps. Let me write step number 1. Step 1. In that step 1, step 3 as it is, Already in previous class alcohols we have studied two mechanisms. Step 1 protonation, last step deprotonation. Middle one is dehydration. समझ गए clearly? Good. So step 1 here I am going to be write that is nothing but protonation of alcohol. Which alcohol? Ethanol. So we have to say that protonation of ethanol to form protonated alcohol, or we can say to form oxonium salts. Right, I am going to show the reaction now. Protonation of ethanol. Tell me the formula of ethanol. C2H5OH, and also we can say that CH3CH2OH. So let me consider in the form of CH3CH2OH. CH3 bonded to CH2, CH2 bonded to OH. Okay, beta. Ethanol undergo protonation. What is mean by protonation? Attacking of proton H plus. Actually, in ethanol, around oxygen, there will be two lone pairs. You know very well. So, due to presence of lone pair, and you suppose one of the lone pair was given to hydrogen. This is efficiency, this is in deficiency. Efficiency to deficiency, donor to acceptor. We are making a new bond. So after protonation, what you are getting? CH3 bond CH2. I have written them as it is. After attacking of H, so O connected to here new bond with hydrogen. Again O right side, it contain another bond with hydrogen. But after donation of lone pair, oxygen contain the charge positive. Initially oxygen contain how many lone pair? Beta, two lone pair. One of the lone pair donated to hydrogen, that's why contain charge plus, but already oxygen contain another lone pair, that will be remains as it is. One lone pair goes to be remains as it is, and one of the lone pair donation करने के बाद it getting the charge is positive. समझे? Okay. Now listen carefully. What is the name of this reactant? So the name of this reactant is ethanol. Ethanol undergo protonation and it gives the product is nothing but what, Nana? This is called protonated alcohol. Nothing but alcohol was attacked by proton. That's why we are saying protonated alcohol, and we can say that protonated ethanol as you wish. And in that protonated ethanol, O contains charge positive, that is nothing but oxonium, or we can say it is known as oxonium ion. Good. Now listen carefully. Ethanol, it donating its lone pair, so it contains the nature is nothing but basic nature. And it undergo reaction with H plus. H plus is nothing but acid. When acid combines with a base, that going to be from the salt. That's why here I have told you it going to be from the oxonium salt, or we can say protonated alcohol. I hope you understand. Okay. Ethanol on protonation gives protonated alcohol. Step 1 was over. Go to step 2. In entire mechanism, step 2 is very important. Step 1 protonation we can do easily. Third step deprotonation, just removal of H plus. Addition of H plus 1, removal of H plus 3. But second step is important because of this is called dehydration. Okay, now good. So step 2 I am going to be right here. Protonated alcohol undergo the process dehydration. So step 2 is dehydration of which compound? Protonated alcohol. Dehydration of protonated alcohol using another mole of ethanol. Because of, you see carefully, in this dehydration of ethanol to ether, how many moles of ethanol is involving? 2 mole is involving. But as per step 1, we have taken 1 mole of ethanol, and in step 2, we have to be take another mole of ethanol. समझ गए? So using another mole of ethanol from this protonated alcohol, we have to remove the water molecule. Once again, another mole of ethanol formula: CH3 bonded to CH2, CH2 bonded to OH. Again here oxygen contains 2 lone pairs. I have written as it is. This is another mole of ethanol, or we can say second mole of ethanol. It's going to be act as a nucleophile in U minus. Yes, using another mole of ethanol from protonated alcohol. Okay, now I am going to write the structure of protonated alcohol. What is the formula of protonated alcohol? We are getting in step 1 na beta. CH3 bond CH2. CH3 bond CH2. It connected to water molecule, nothing but O connected to H, above plane H, and central oxygen contain charge positive, and it also contain one of the lone pair. That is common. I have written as it is here in step 2, protonated alcohol. Protonated alcohol I have written here. And this is nothing but, try to be remember, very important. Second step is always slow step, and also we can say that RDS. Sir, what is mean by RDS? Rate determining step. So rate depends on two species. One is protonated alcohol, one more is nothing but nucleophile. So this is nothing but one type of nucleophilic substitution reaction. Why? This is a nucleophile. Nucleophile undergoes substitution. And here how many molecules are involving? 2 molecules. So we can say this is nothing but bimolecular nucleophilic substitution reaction. What are the bimolecule? One is protonated alcohol, one more is ethanol. So rate depends on 2 molecules. So we can say this is nothing but a SN2 reaction, bimolecular reaction, nucleophilic substitution. So how nucleophile undergoes substitution? Oxygen contain lone pair. Okay, na? And here how many lone pairs are there? Beta 2 lone pairs are. Yes, 2 lone pairs are there. And you suppose one of the lone pair given to the CH2 carbon. I am saying only CH2. At the same time, the bond between carbon to oxygen, that bond goes to be delocalized towards the oxygen because of oxygen contain charge positive. To make neutralize that, okay, now bond goes to be shifted towards the oxygen. Now after shifting this bond, after delocalizing this bond, that positive charge goes to be neutral. Now you are getting HO. Free H2O goes to be released in the form of dehydration. Okay, na? So this is your nucleophilic attacking step beta. After attacking of nucleophile, what you are getting? Listen carefully. CH3 bond CH2, I am going to be read as it is. Okay. CH2 connected to OH. Yes, this also I am going to be mentioned here as it is. Oxygen, initially it contained 2 lone pair, but one of the lone pair remains as it is. Okay, I have written here. And using another mole of lone pair, here oxygen forming a new bond with CH2. CH2 and such CH2 connected to CH3. This is very important step for you. तुम यहीं पर ज़्यादा कन्फ्यूज होते, कन्फ्यूज नहीं होना पड़ेगा. Okay. Yes, in ethanol, how many lone pairs are there? 2 lone pair. One of the lone pair that goes to be remains as it is, and one more lone pair was donated to CH2. After donation of lone pair, central C contains the charge positive, and it also contains lone pair. One of the lone pair remains same. After donation of one lone pair, central oxygen contains charge positive. Okay, na beta? Yes, it is also looking like protonated form. So we can say this is called protonated addition of H plus. Protonated, clear beta? Remaining, try to say the name. CH3 CH2O, nothing but ethoxy. And remaining 2 carbons are there, ethane. So the compound name is called protonated ethoxyethane. Protonated ethoxyethane. Like that they have to be written. Now such protonated ethoxyethane undergo the third step, that is nothing but simply removal of proton, and also we have to be say that deprotonation. So step 3 is nothing but a deprotonation will be occur here. Deprotonation to form the product is nothing but what beta? Ether. After deprotonation here you are getting what beta? Ether. So from which molecule we have to do deprotonation? Protonated ethoxyethane, that undergo deprotonation. Tell me the formula. CH3 bonded to CH2, CH2 bonded to OH, Oxygen, it contains originally one lone pair, and here oxygen contains the charge is nothing but positive. It connected to CH2 and CH3. Such protonated formula I have written here as it is. Now it undergo dehydration. Step 3 is fast step here, and step 2 is slow step. Step 3 is fast step. In that fast step, we have to do deprotonation. Nothing but H plus को remove करना पड़ेगा. How to remove that H plus? Central O contain charge positive. That positive will be neutralized by accepting a bond like that. So ये hydrogen को a bond को ऊपर shift कर दो. Here free H plus will be there. That goes to be removed. After delocalizing this bond, positive becomes negative. I mean positive becomes neutral beta. So what you are going to be get finally? CH3 bond CH2, again bonded to O, O bonded to what beta? CH2, again we getting what beta? CH3. So this is your final product, that is nothing but diethyl ether. Again same thing, in that also oxygen contain two lone pair. So this is your mechanism from ethanol to ether. Ethanol to ether, or we can say ethanol to diethyl ether. Ethanol changes into diethyl ether by using how many steps, Nana? 3 steps. So dehydration of ethanol to ether, it is nothing but one acid catalyzed dehydration. It proceeds in 3 steps. It follows bimolecular nucleophilic substitution reaction. Step 1 is protonation, last step is deprotonation, and step 2 is dehydration. Always the second step going to be act as a slow step or RDS, and third step is nothing but what beta? Fast step. So this is very important for you. एक बार नहीं, 1 से 2 बार practice करना पड़ेगा. Very important. Try to make practice. Mechanism was very important for board exam 3 marks. So on the basis of dehydration of alcohols topic, this is theory reaction and this is theory mechanism. Very important both are. Now on the basis of dehydration of alcohols concept, I want to discuss with you some more objective need points from this dehydration of alcohols topic only. Yes, here I am going to be discussing need points from this method 1 preparation. Number 1 is dehydration of alcohols. It follows the mechanism nucleophilic substitution, and it follows the mechanism exactly what? SN2 reaction. In SN2 reaction means it is responsible for the preparation of simple ethers. Here which type of ethers we can prepare beta? Simple ethers we are going to be prepared here. What do you mean by simple ethers? Nothing but symmetrical ethers. R bonded to O, O bonded to R. This method is most suitable, dehydration of alcoholic method, this method is most suitable for the preparation of simple ethers. In that simple ethers, alkyl group must be in primary nature. Means alkyl groups must be very simple. So simple alkyl groups, such ethers only we can prepare. Simple alkyl group ethers, or we can say primary alkyl group ethers, they are only going to be prepared by dehydration of alcohol mechanism. Because of this mechanism follows SN2. So in SN2 mechanism, we are going to prepare the simple ethers. That means alkyl group must be simple. That means alkyl group must be in primary nature. And finally we have to be say that alkyl groups, they should not be in secondary and tertiary form. So we have to say that alkyl groups are unhindered. Secondary and tertiary alkyl groups, they are more hindered, nothing but repulsions. But primary alkyl groups, they do not cause any repulsion, means no more hindrance. Such a simple and very free, steric free, okay, now ethers we are going to be prepared in the method is nothing but dehydration of alcohols. Next point. So here ethyl alcohol, it is nothing but one primary alcohol. Not only primary, secondary and tertiary alcohols also we can consider, but they are less reactive in this mechanism. So we have to say that order of dehydration of alcohols leading to the formation of ethers. So by using which alcohol, upon dehydration you are going to get the product ether. ओके ना, सो बाय यूजिंग विच अल्कोहल यू आर गोइंग टू गेट द प्रोडक्ट. ओके ना, ईथर कौन सा मेथड में इजी फॉर्म हो सकता है? दैट इज नथिंग बट प्राइमरी अल्कोहल एंड सेकेंडरी अल्कोहल एंड व्हाट बेटा टर्शियरी अल्कोहल. सो प्राइमरी अल्कोहल्स they easily undergo dehydration by using concentrated sulfuric acid and they forms the product is nothing but what beta ether. Secondary and tertiary alcohol, they are very difficult to undergo dehydration. Instead of dehydration they undergo elimination and they forms the product is nothing but alkene. What beta? Alkene. मैं यहाँ पर आपको एक shortcut hint बताता हूँ. So we have to be consider a primary alcohol. Primary alcohols on heating with concentrated H2SO4. Primary alcohols on heating with concentrated H2SO4 at 140 degrees Celsius and also we can say at 413 Kelvin it forms the product is nothing but what beta? Ether. Same like above mechanism. Primary alcohol example ethyl alcohol. Upon heating with same method na you are getting the product is nothing but diethyl ether. It follows the mechanism SN2 mechanism and the procedure is nothing but dehydration. This one already I have told you. What about secondary and tertiary? Yes, here I am going to show you one short statement. Secondary and tertiary alcohols upon heating with concentrated H2SO4. Secondary and tertiary alcohols upon heating with concentrated H2SO4. Instead of ether formation, they are going to form the product. The product is nothing but alkenes. From primary alcohols, ether is the main product, and from secondary and tertiary alcohols, alkene is the major product. So this is according to the reaction, that is nothing but elimination reaction. Primary alcohols, they goes to be prefer ether formation, and secondary and tertiary, due to their more steric hindrance concept, they are going to be prefer the formation of alkenes, and also we can say as per the mechanism elimination concept. So primary alcohol to ether I have given with mechanism. Let me write one example for secondary alcohol. Secondary alcohol, CH3 bond CH and it connected to OH and you suppose it connected to CH3. This is nothing but isopropyl alcohol and also we can say that 2-propanol. Isopropyl alcohol. Isopropyl alcohol on heating with concentrated H2SO4 at 413 Kelvin. Okay, from central CH we are going to remove the OH and from CH2 remove one hydrogen. H combines with OH and goes to be removed in the form of water molecule. Okay, na? After the loss of water molecule, you are getting the product is alkene. CH3 bond CH and from CH3 we are removing one hydrogen. Single bond become double bond. CH3 becomes CH2. So this is your product. The product is nothing but what beta? Propene. Here propene is major product beta. But from primary alcohol, ether is a major product. And from secondary alcohol, propene is major product. And also along with propene, here also we can expect ether. So how you will get the ether? The ether formula is nothing but ROR, but here the R is nothing but isopropyl group. So we can say the ether, CH3 bonded to CH, CH3 bonded to CH. It connected to another CH3. Okay, I am going to be right here. This is one R group. What is the formula of ether? ROR. So CH3, okay, now this is looking like one R form. Again it connected to another R form. So it connected to CH. Below plane is nothing but CH3. Again right side connected to CH3. So this is isopropyl. Again it is also isopropyl. Two side isopropyl groups are there. So we can see the product isopropyl, or which isopropyl? Diisopropyl ether. Diisopropyl ether, this is minor product, but propene, or we can say alkene, this is the major product. Secondary alcohols prefers only elimination, not nucleophilic substitution. Next go for continue. Consider one example. So isopropyl alcohol gives propene and tertiary butyl alcohol gives, okay, isobutene. Again same thing. Secondary gives alkene, tertiary also gives alkene beta. Okay, all of you? Good. So one more thing I want to say that only for objective point of view. one objective point of information beta. Mixture of two alcohols, on reaction with, or we can say on heating with, concentrated sulfuric acid by using the temperature is nothing but 413 Kelvin. So mixture of two alcohols on heating with concentrated sulfuric acid at 413 Kelvin, again it undergo dehydration, but it forms mixture of three ethers. Here mixture of two alcohols means not same, two different alcohols you have to be considered. So mixture of two different alcohols upon dehydration with concentrated sulfuric acid, but it's going to be form the mixture of three ethers. I will give you the reaction. Two different alcohols, ROH, and you suppose one more is R-OH. That means here we are going to be consider two different alcohols. It upon heating with concentrated, same thing, sulfuric acid at the temperature same at 413 Kelvin, but it's going to be form mixture of three ethers. How? Let me explain. 2 moles of alcohol, 2 moles of ROH. After dehydration it gives ROR. Now let me consider 2 moles of R-OH. It gives what? R-O, again R-. So by taking ROH 2 moles, we will get the first product. By taking 2 moles of R-OH, we will get the second product. By taking 1 mole of ROH and 1 mole of R-OH, after dehydration you are going to get that ROR. Right. So mixture of two different alcohols upon dehydration gives mixture of what beta? 3 ethers. This is only for objective point of view. Try to be remember beta. Good. And one more point I want to say that in this dehydration of alcohols topic, temperature plays an important role. Temperature plays a key role to decide the nature of the product. Reactant may be same beta, just by changing of temperature, just by the change of temperature, here product formation goes to be different. Nothing but temperature plays an important and key role. How temperature plays a key role? Okay, now based on 3 reactions, I am going to show you that through beta. So I want to say that temperature, it goes to be play a key role in deciding the nature of product. In deciding the nature of product. Good. So how temperature plays an important role? I am going to be consider one reactant here. CH3 bond CH2, CH2 bonded to OH. What is the name of the reactant? Ethanol, or we can say ethyl alcohol. It upon heating with same reactant, nothing but dehydrating agent, concentrated sulfuric acid, and also we can say heating with alumina. Heating with concentrated sulfuric acid, and you suppose the temperature is 170 degrees Celsius. And heating with alumina, you suppose the temperature is 350 degrees Celsius. In first case, you are getting the product is nothing but ethene, or we can say alkene. Alkene is the major product, or we can say ethene is the major product. After the dehydration, loss of water molecule. So this is nothing but what beta? Ethanol. Ethanol on heating with sulfuric acid at 170 degrees Celsius gives alkene, that is nothing but ethene. Again I am going to be consider same reactant, CH3 bonded to CH2, CH2 bonded to OH. It upon heating with concentrated sulfuric acid by using the temperature 140 degrees Celsius, just now I have told you. Again upon heating with alumina, Al2O3, but now by using the temperature is 250 degrees Celsius. This also I have told you just now. Ethanol, ethanol, sulfuric acid, alumina, alumina. Reactants are same, reagents are same, but there is a difference in temperature. Due to change of temperature, here what I have told you, temperature plays an important role in deciding the nature of product. So यहाँ पर temperature change किया मैंने, product भी change हो सकता. That is nothing but here we got the product. Just now we got the product, that is nothing but what beta? Diethyl ether. So we have to be consider here 2 moles after dehydration, loss of water molecule. The product is nothing but diethyl ether, or we can say ethoxyethane. Ethanol, ethanol, sulfuric acid. Reactants are same, reagent is same, but just by the change of temperature, here you are getting 2 different products. and one more is also there beta. CH3 bonded to CH2. Again it connected to OH. The reactant name is nothing but ethanol. Same thing. In all three cases reactant is same. And reagent is also same. Concentrated what beta? Sulfuric acid. But your reaction goes to be takes place at 110 degrees Celsius. Upon heating at 110 degrees Celsius with concentrated sulfuric acid, again it going to be lose the water molecule. How you are going to lose the water molecule? From alcohol we are removing OH. From acid we have to be take H plus. Now H plus combines with OH minus and goes to be removed in the form of water molecule. After the loss of H plus from sulfuric acid, what is the left formula? HSO4. It attacks upon ethyl group. CH3 bond CH2, it bonded to HSO4. CH3 bond CH2, it bonded to what? HSO4. So what is your final product? The product is nothing but ethyl bisulfate, and also we can say that ethyl hydrogen sulfate. Ethyl bisulfate, and also we can say that ethyl hydrogen sulfate. So once again, Nana, ethanol on heating with concentrated sulfuric acid at 110 degrees Celsius, that forms ethyl hydrogen sulfate, and we can say that ethyl bisulfate. Case A and here case B, and you consider this is nothing but case 3. In all three cases, reactant and reagents are same, but just the temperature is different. Due to change of temperature, here we are getting three different products. In one case alkene, and in second case at higher temperature alkene, at moderate temperature ether, and at lower temperature here you got the product is bisulfate. So in the three cases, due to change of temperature, here we are getting three different products. That means I have to say that temperature can shows very special effect. Nothing but this all are thermodynamically controlled reactions. This depends on temperature. Here we are getting three different products. Samjhe beta? Good. So preparation number 2, I want to say here, reaction of alcohols. Reaction of alcohols with diazomethane. This reaction already I have told you in alcohols topic, but once again for the preparation of ether I am going to be repeat. Reaction of alcohols with diazomethane. So first of all statement. First of all we have to be consider alcohol. Alcohol undergo heating with diazomethane. What is the formula of diazomethane beta? CH2N2. CH2N2, diazomethane. Alcohols on heating with CH2N2, and heating goes to be takes place at the temperature HbF4 as a catalyst. Tetrafluoroboric acid. Tetrafluoroboric acid. It going to be act as here catalyst. Instead of HbF4, we can use electron deficient compound or Lewis acid, that is nothing but BF3. Any one catalytic condition you can use here. And automatically here you are getting the product are nothing but methyl ethers. Along with the formation of methyl ethers, here releasing of nitrogen gas goes to be takes place. Leaving group is N2. So simply statement, alcohols on heating with diazomethane in presence of HbF4 catalyst gives methyl ethers in good yield. And also here you are getting the gas is nothing but liberation of N2 will be takes place. Right, let me write now first of all equation. Alcohol, what is the formula of alcohol? ROH. It upon reaction with diazomethane CH2N2. Reaction goes to be takes place in presence of heating with what beta? Lewis acid, that is nothing but proton donating group H plus HbF4, otherwise you can consider BF3 also as you wish. So H given to the CH2, okay now so first of all, in presence of HbF4 there is a available of H plus. H plus attacks upon CH2, now CH2 becomes what? CH3, upon that CH3 plus carbocation, nucleophilic attack goes to be takes place, nothing but ROCH3. So alcohols on heating with diazomethane, alcohols on heating with diazomethane in presence of tetrafluoroboric acid it forms the product is methyl ether, and there will be free N2 gas goes to be released in the form of nitrogen gas. Okay, right, let me write now an example. In place of R we can write ethyl alcohol C2H5OH undergo reaction with same thing beta diazomethane. Heating takes place with HbF4 tetrafluoroboric acid. Again CH2 and H nothing but in the form of CH3 connected to O, O connected to C2H5. So here what is our final product beta? C2H5 bonded to O, again O bonded to CH3 by the loss of N2 gas. So what is your product here? Ethyl methyl ether. Ethyl methyl ether. And reactant is what beta? Ethanol or ethyl alcohol. Reaction with the diazomethane, common thing. The product is nothing but ethyl methyl ether. Yes, we can write simply methyl alcohol, ethyl alcohol, whatever that may be. For all alcohols we can write this reaction beta. And also we can write benzene bonded to OH, nothing but phenol. Phenol can also undergo reaction with the diazomethane, CH2N2 on heating with HbF4. Here also we are getting same metamethyl ether, benzene bonded to O and O bonded to CH3 after the loss of N2 gas. Means here you are getting the product methyl phenyl ether, and also we can say this is known as anisole. So we can prepare anisole by using this diazomethane concept. And final thing from this you have to be remember some neat points. Reaction of alcohol with diazomethane. It is also one type of nucleophilic substitution reaction. Which type of nucleophilic beta? Bimolecular nucleophilic substitution reaction. That means this reaction goes to be takes place in case of polar protic solvents. Polar protic solvents. And try to remember in this reaction, especially alcohols, they are going to be act as nucleophile. Because of in the alcohols, oxygens, they are having two lone pair. Due to presence of two lone pair, it's going to be act as lone pair donor. Nothing but we have to say that what beta? Alcohols going to be act as nucleophiles. Good. And last point here I want to tell you one short mechanism I want to show you beta. First of all, diazomethane CH2N2 undergo reaction with HbF4. Nothing but reaction with H plus. So you suppose first of all H plus goes to be reacts with what? CH2, and CH2 converted into CH3, okay now, and N2. Here CH3 contains the charges nothing but plus after accepting, okay now, yes what now, after making bond with H plus. Okay. Now upon that CH3N2 we have to be attack the nucleophile, which going to be act as nucleophile alcohol, nothing but RO minus. So nucleophilic attack goes to be takes place upon carbocation. So one is nothing but CH3N2 plus and one more is RO minus. Here also rate depends on two species. It is nothing but slow state. So RO, it making new bond with CH3 and loss of each molecule beta N2 gas. So this is your methyl ether final product. After attacking of alcohol, alkoxy group, after the loss of H plus you are getting RO minus. RO minus going to be act as nucleophile. Nucleophile attacking takes place upon the carbocation. So here rate depends on two molecules. That's why we are saying bimolecular nucleophilic substitution reaction. So RO attacks upon CH3, we are getting methyl ether. And after the liberation of living group, that is nothing but nitrogen. Remaining two preparations of ethers that we will discuss in tomorrow's class. Okay, beta?